Well, it's the end of the week and that means it's time for TGIF. Hello and welcome to TGIF, the show for all of your things and general internet fun. I'm Dominic Mulligan and welcome to the very first TGIF in quite a while. But more importantly, welcome to 2012. It's a new year and if people on the internet to believe, in just 50 short weeks it'll all be over. So, without any further ado, let's move on to this week's links. Let's start off this week with a few time management apps. Eggtimer.com or e.ggtimer.com is a website where you type in a time, like 2 minutes or 3 years, and it gives you a countdown. Now it is based in Flash, so it won't work on any of your iPods or iPads. However, it will work on a computer, and it is very simple, clean, and easy to use. Next up, we've got Next Up, which is a meeting sort of tracker. You just simply put in all of the people that are speaking and how long they should speak for, and it keeps things on schedule for you. I like this for when I'm procrastinating, and I'll put in certain, work and then break periods. It's really good for that. During my break periods, I like to listen to music, which is where this great website wearehunted.com comes in. We Are Hunted is a sort of music tracker to discover brand new artists, and the great thing about it is that they've got these big, colourful album arts in the middle of the page, and some of them are free download, which is terrific. Moving on, let's talk about knowledge. I'm really surprised that a bunch of people don't know more about a website called Wolfram Alpha. It's created by the person who made Mathematica, which is kind of big in the mathematics world, and it's a computational knowledge engine, which means that you can basically type in anything like, how far is it to the moon, or what's the tallest building in the earth, or what's the population of China, and it'll give you back those results. It's terrific. It's great for doing all sorts of complex math stuff too. But if things are a little bit too complex for you, then you might want to try the Simple English Wikipedia. Technically it's designed for people that are learning English and things like that, but it is really great for putting really complex topics into layman's terms, and I suppose that's sort of its secondary use. Moving on again, we've just come out of a big gift-giving season, and you may have gotten some cool new tech gadgets. If you got a laptop, you definitely don't want to lose it, which is why I install a web app called Pray on every single one of my computers. Now, it's not the kind of thing that I would normally put in the links, because it isn't just a website, it's also an application, but it's terrific. You just set it up and there's a free version. You can pay for some extra features, but you don't necessarily need to. And the great thing is that it will allow you to track your laptop if it ever does get stolen. Right, and that's all of this week's links, and normally I would end the show here, but it's a new year and a new format, so I'm going to be introducing you to some cool things right after this. Welcome back to TGIF, the show that ends your week. Today it's a new format. We're trying things out because links, that's pretty boring. So welcome to the new TGIF, and today I'm going to tell you about something really cool I discovered recently. So we all know how audio recordings work. I'm wearing one microphone and it's coming out to you and blah blah blah. I could introduce another microphone into the mix and you've got stereo. We could even get more microphones and create surround sound. But the one thing we all know is that they sound like recordings. It doesn't sound like you're there with the action. Now, things like surround sound do sort of improve this, but it's not as good as something I discovered recently. It's called binaural audio, and it uses 2 microphones like stereo does, but it also uses something very important, a styrofoam head. Now, in order to understand how the styrofoam head can help with the equation, we've got to first think about how the brain interprets audio. Now, our brain knows 2 very important things. Number 1, it knows how our body and our face affect the sound. It knows how far apart our ears are, and it knows if something hits our nose and then hits that ear, it's going to sound slightly different. It also knows that sound travels at a specific speed. So if I hear a sound coming from over there, my brain knows that it hits this ear ever so slightly before it hits this one. These 2 things, when combined, give our brain the ability to precisely predict and pinpoint where a sound is coming from. Now, this is reflected in binaural audio. What you do is you take a styrofoam head, which creates the acoustic shadows that our faces do, and then you put two microphones where the ears are. And then it's as if you're transported into the world of the recording. Let's take a look at an example. This is a recording made for Wikipedia, and it basically just involves somebody moving some paper around. Now you're going to need headphones in order to hear this properly, so I'll wait. Right, now that you've got your headphones, I want you to close your eyes and listen to this. Pretty cool, right? But it's not as cool as the thing that originally pointed me on to binaural recording. Now, in 2011, the most popular audio post on Tumblr was something called the virtual barbershop. It's a sort of binaural performance created to show off this technology. The link is there if you want to go and hear it, and I definitely suggest you do. And so that's it for this week's episode of TGIF. I thank you for watching. I hope you'll continue to watch, and I hope you like the new format. The whole binaural audio thing did run a bit too long, so we chopped some new stuff out, but you'll be sure to see that over the coming weeks. Anyway, if you'd like to submit something for the show, you can do it at our Twitter, that's @MulliganMedia. You can go to facebook.com/MulliganMedia and submit it there, or if you'd prefer to just use good old email, it's tgif@mulliganmedia.net. Until next week, you can share the show with your friends down below, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the subscribe button to keep up to date with everything. Also, if you're watching this on the Mulligan Media website, there is a new subscribe button that's down below here somewhere that'll let you subscribe in iTunes or some other sort of feed reader podcasty thing, and then you can get these episodes and many other episodes of Mulligan Media shows delivered straight to your iPod or MP3 player or whatever you use to listen to podcasts. Yay! So until next week, I've been Dominic Mulligan, and good night. Bye. That was a long one, and I talked really fast, and I'm stuffed.